OpenClaw tutorial for beginners, setup, workflow, and use cases. OpenClaw is a platform that helps you manage and handle your tasks efficiently. You'll work with the assistant itself, that is, the AI that performs the tasks, skills, which are the abilities that the assistant can use, and nodes, which is how the skills are connected internally. You'll also be working with cron jobs, which are the scheduled tasks. It contains actions that run at specific times. Everything is structured around these components, and once you understand how they work together, using OpenClaw becomes straightforward and intuitive. So first of all, let's go over how to set up OpenClaw. For that, you need to open up a new tab on your browser and type in Hostinger. Then go over here to hostinger.com, which will lead you over here. So this over here, what I'm going to show you is the easiest way to get OpenClaw onto your system. There are other methods, but honestly, to me, this is the easiest option. All you need to do is come over to Hostinger, and then over here, you'll see right at the center up top over here, it says one-click OpenClaw. So click over here, and then here you have this deal where you can deploy OpenClaw within seconds using Hostinger VPS. So with this case, you don't need to go ahead and start downloading multiple things, buying several things, and then copying the OpenClaw link and then installing it and then getting API keys, which if you are comfortable with, go ahead and do that. It's an option too. But for people who want a shorter, quicker process and nothing confusing, then this is the best option. So go over to Hostinger, click on one-click OpenClaw, and then you will get this option over here where you can deploy OpenClaw within seconds. In this case, you will get Hostinger. Inside of it, OpenClaw will be pre-installed over there, and then you can view the details. It is a one-click setup, and then the AI credits are pre-configured. You have the AI credits bonus 2 times, and you also have data privacy and sovereignty with the VPS. And all this is available for this small price. So go ahead, choose the plan, buy it, and then once you do so, this is where you will land. So here we are on Hostinger. What you need to do next is go up to the VPS. So over here on the left, just go down and you have VPS, click on that. And then over here, go to the absolute right button here, that is manage. So click on the manage button here, and then here you get an overview. Again, you want to move over to the left, and under overview you have Docker Manager. You want to click on Docker Manager, and then from the drop down you have these 3 options. You want to click on projects. That will lead you to the Docker projects, and inside the Docker projects you have OpenClaw. So this is our OpenClaw here, already pre-installed for us and ready to go. All you need to do is go over here, click on gateway token, and your gateway token will be copied. Once that is successfully copied, click on open under access, and then this area will open up. You're on Hostinger, and then you can go over to OpenClaw after entering in your OpenClaw gateway token, which you just copied. So go over here, paste your token, and then click on the login button. And then as soon as you log in, you will be taken over here. We are inside OpenClaw over here. As you can see, we have OpenClaw. This is our main dashboard. Right now we are on the chat, and we can chat with our assistant. Now I have been here before, so this is not my first time here on OpenClaw, and that is why I have previous conversations with my bot. But if you are coming here for the first time, what you would do is you would type in something like hello or hi. You would send it to your assistant, and then it would ask you for some details such as what you want to name it, and then it would also ask you about what kind of a personality you want for it to have. So you can decide on that and share that information, tell it your name. It might want to know the time zone. So enter in that information, just go over a few things, and then you can start communicating with your bot and start assigning it tasks. Now when you look over here to the left, you will see this side panel, and it shows 4 sections. So you have one called chat, you have the control section, the agent section, and the settings section. So the chat over here is basically the area where you interact with the assistant directly. As you can see, we are on our chat right now. Here we have this area where you can type in messages or a prompt or command. Very easily, conveniently, you can communicate and chat with your bot, with your assistant. If you are unsure what to type in and what to talk to your assistant with, then after the highs and hellos and getting to know it, and talking to it about what kind of a personality you want for it, and discussing the time zone, etc. After that, if you don't know what to talk about, then what you can do is you can go down here and, like I did, you can ask it what it can help you with. It might want to know a little bit more about you, so you can tell it your profession, what kind of work it is that you do, what activities do you need to carry out. So you can talk to it about that, and then you can ask it what it can help you with. So it's going to give you several suggestions on what it can do for you. And then it's also going to give you ideas on how you can make the most out of it, how you can get more help out of it by giving it, particular information. So this is so helpful, very convenient. When you're unsure, when you need inspiration, then ask the assistant itself. And then of course you can give it any command. So whatever you tell it to do, it is going to do that for you. Let's just go over this command that I gave it. I also asked it what it can automate, and then it told me more about that. And then I requested it to design an email generator for me, and then it asked for this information. And then when you give it all the details, it can even generate apps for you. It can generate all kinds of things. And then I also asked it to write a proposal for a web design project for a fitness business. And then here it wrote that proposal for me, and you can see that it's very detailed and a very nicely written proposal. So this is how you can carry out actions in the chat area. Then after chat, you have the control section. In the control section, you have the overview. So when you go to the overview, you can get an overview of the general system status. Then after overview, when you go over to the channels, you have all the different channels that you can connect with OpenClaw. These channels include WhatsApp, Telegram, and then when you go down, you'll be able to see that you can also connect Discord, Messenger, iMessage, Obsidian, GitHub, Gmail, so many options that you can connect over here in channels. There are 50 plus integrations which you can connect. Then after channels, you have instances, and inside instances, you have the presence beacons that you can detect or which are connected already through the client and nodes. So you can access the presence beacons here in instances. Then after instances, you have sessions. Inside of sessions are monitored the different users, and it is made sure that every user's experience with OpenClaw runs smoothly. And after sessions, you have usage, where you can go over your usage. And then here you can go over the activity by time, the daily usage, and the sessions, and then understand what takes more time, and also manage how you will be charged for that. Then after usage, you have the cron jobs, where you have scheduled tasks. So over here, you can schedule any tasks under new job. So you can create a scheduled wake up or agent run, as it says here. But basically, any repetitive tasks that you have, you can come over here and create those over here. So basically, any tasks that need to be done repeatedly on a regular basis will be taken care of through the cron jobs. And after that, you have the agent section. In agent, you have the agents folder. Here we have just one agent here, and you can overview the agent activity. You can go over the files. You can look at the different tools which have been enabled for the agent use, and then you also have the skills. So there are some built-in skills which are 49, and these are all the built-in skills which are enabled. You can block any of these if you want to. As you can see here, all the skills are enabled, 49 out of 49. Now you can also create more skills or import more skills for your agent. Then you can move to channels and decide and see if your agents are connected to or integrated with any channels, and also go over the cron jobs if the agents have been assigned any of these. So here you can see the agent cron jobs, the scheduled jobs targeting this agent. And right now, no jobs have been assigned. So these are the agent details. Then after agents, you have skills again. So we did view skills before, but you have a separate area for skills where you can manage the skill availability and also the API key injection. So here you can even search for skills and import them or view all of the skills and then enable and disable them according to your preference. Then after skills, you have nodes where you can allow permissions on pairing devices and capabilities and also go over command exposures and deal with the security. So here you can control the different kinds of access. And then down here in settings, you have the configurations that you can go over, and you also have the debug option where you can go over debugging. And then you also have logs where you can see a live tail of the gateway file logs. These are the logs over here with a time and details. And then at the very end, you have the documents under resources where you can go over details on how OpenClaw works and how each area functions. So now I'm just going to go back up to the chat really quickly and we're going to go over some use cases. So let's consider some real beginner use cases. And these are going to be simple ways in which beginners can use OpenClaw. So for freelance businesses, what you can do is you can automate client messages or client onboarding. Now, as for content creators, they can notify their team or update trackers when publishing content. For small businesses, they can track customer inquiries or task completion. So basically, the key idea behind any of these tasks is that any repetitive process can be managed by the assistant once the skills, nodes, and cron jobs are configured. So whenever you start using OpenClaw, start small, explore the chat, the agents, and the control first. Take time to understand skills and nodes gradually, monitor sessions and usage to see how the tasks are running. Use cron jobs for recurring tasks. Check the dashboard regularly to stay organized. OpenClaw is designed to be manageable without coding, but learning the structure step by step makes it easier. So once you understand the components on OpenClaw, you can confidently manage tasks and workflows. So this is your complete beginner guide to getting started with OpenClaw.